Okay, it's time for the final game of this World Cup. Today has been a rather horrible day for me. Three losses so far today for a total record of 3 wins and 4 losses. So this last game, I kind of have to win it in order to finish this tournament with some dignity intact. And my opponent for the last round is Ian Glenn. And there we are, presumably. I'm guessing that's him. I mean, I haven't looked up his details, but and my little special message. Yeah. Cool. I'm the Soviets. Not a bad starting hand. Lovely, in fact. There's so much we can do here. Um, I mean, Vietnam Revolts is an option. Purge is an option. Socialists is an option. NASA, even. Right, a traditional setup from Mr. Glenn. But what do I do? I mean, one option is to socialist and then coup Italy with Red Scare Purge. Um, the other is to do Vietnam and try to spread into Southeast Asia and hope he doesn't roll well on the coup. You only get one shot at Europe though, so let's start with this and see what happens. Ooh, Middle East. Okay, so Nasser. But even if you know your opponent is headlining Middle East, you still. I don't know if I still want to go with Nasser when I have these other options. Um, hey, it's a good roll. My luck has been awful today. The worst was the first game, and then the other ones were sort of decreasingly horrible. But still, um, desperately trying to claw my way back into those games, and it just wouldn't work. So I think even if DEFCON is at, because I have a decal and I have Vietnam Revolts, I feel like I kind of want to go kill Iran now if he lets me. Of course, France is also open, so that might be a good idea. It's a good hand, but not that many ops. But it's probably worth fighting for France. I've decided I'm not fighting for France. Is this stupid? Should I wait? I want a lower DEFCON. Ugh. And lower DEFCON I did. There is obviously... Yeah. I think with decol in hand, it's still not a bad move. Would be nice if he didn't go into Malaysia now, but he totally should. Or he might be thinking about getting some Milops. Nope. Then the question is, do I go for decol? I can't really do that. If I... I might have to hold on to decol, but I desperately also want to overprotect Italy. Fidel can do that, I guess. It's a bit of a waste of Vietnam revolts, to be honest, to play it now. But decol is equally bad. Because I can't go Africa, really. Well, if I spread out, I will get at least something out for the trouble. I don't know about this. Should I have gone here? So if he coups now, then I get Thailand. That's the plan. And if he takes Thailand, then I suppose I can coup. He does neither of those things. Then I guess I'm taking Thailand. Okay, that was a good roll. Hmm. On the upside, I'm still okay with CIA. I would have liked to have Europe done by now, but I can't leave Italy at 2. UN for influence. Alright, I get to control Europe, so that's good. Suppose Romanian for headline. Because it's okay if it gets defected. Sadly, NATO will trigger. We haven't seen special yet. I could use you as Japan. Do I want to space Duck? I really don't want to give him any more points. Definitely not. I might give him US Japan, but only after I take South Korea. Or tell you what, let's take France as well. If he has special, then we'll have to repair that. Wait, why didn't I coup? Yeah. That was stupid. There we go. Fuck my life. I mean, I could complain that it's late in the evening, but still not acceptable. Really. If I'd couped, I would have had Egypt and possibly Iran. And now I have nothing in the Middle East. And he gets Millops. Unless I fight this war, which I'm definitely not prepared to do. Maybe India would have been better, but we're still waiting for the war, so I don't know, it's a risk. But I can always take South Korea later with the war. Hmm. That's quite helpful. Let's just try this just for the lols. It's time anyway to see if I can get D-Star. No, that looked like De Gaulle, yes. Seven points, but man, does the Middle East look like crap. Hmm. Well, okay, then he spaces it, so it's fine, sort of. I hate giving up China card just before CIA. But if I'm holding Duck, then at least I can space that. And I know that I will definitely be able to play CIA, and he doesn't really have a coup target for it either. Actually, CIA doesn't even hurt me at this moment. That was a case of bad planning. But if I had cooed like a normal person, I would have been okay. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Now I might be willing to give him Duck actually, but he got CIA, so that's nice. And then he is also holding. He's holding Marshall. Olympics. Comic-Con. Mm. Okay, so what do I headline here? If I'm giving him dark, I might as well headline Arab-Israeli war. Don't like that. I have a lot of blue cards. Oh well. Couldn't have said it better myself. Although I would have liked the ops, of course. But that should be okay. Let's use... I'm almost tempted to fill up Austria here to set up a realign for a possible future takeover. NORAD goes to space, containment in the last action round, Fidel for the event. Leaves me 5 ops to play around with, and containment, of course. No, you're not getting to Lao. Oh, wait, does he have Asia scoring? Oh no, sorry, what am I talking about? I can't get Dom anyway. Let's just use Truman then. To just block the road. IP war? No. Again. And we are in space. Space is lovely this time of year. That is too bad. I am not a fan. And now we can have an ops party. Should have gone into Greece and Turkey, probably since I know he's got Marshall. And if he plays it, I'd probably have to take one of them. Oh, he had it after all. Actually, isn't Israel better than... Or I could be greedy and go for both. Mm. Right, so I'm quite pleased with this board state. Middle East is the only part that worries me. I'm sad to have given up the China card, and I'm sad about Africa. And obviously about D-Style and Decol, but that's up to the card gods. So he's holding CIA from last turn. I get Lone Gunman. Let's go Brush, but Brush can't really do much in Asia. In fact, I can't really hope to get anything out of Asia. So I might just score it. Does he have anything that can mess with Asia? Not really. So I might just headline it. Colonial could mess with Southeast Asia, but not with Asia. I think that sort of requires headlining. I think I'll keep Lone Gunman in the deck for now. He didn't CIA, but I'm glad he played it. Glad he did. what do you do here with CIA? I reckon you kind of feel like you need to go for the coup, because otherwise I'll be going into Angola soon. Going into Colombia would be mildly annoying. Also, I do have brush, so I can take Algeria if I have to. Yeah. That's a good thing I put that fourth influence into Iraq. Glad I got to use it. So, we are here. Let's start working on south. What goes to space? Puppets, definitely. Nixon might be okay. And if I want to play it, I should play it as soon as possible. Formosan is actually meaningful, although Asia just got scored. And he's holding the China card, so it might be okay to play. Nothing else if I go into Taiwan with it. That should be cool. OPEC probably for ops, since I don't really have that many ops. Well, definitely for ops, because it's only 1 BP. Could be 2 with Venezuela, but it's a long wait to Venezuela. Unless I brush Panama, but I think I'd rather brush Algeria, because Africa is a disaster waiting to happen. Not my favorite. Fuck. And there goes... Well, I kind of have to do this, don't I? I suspect he doesn't have Africa. That's just a trick to get Thailand. But it worked. But I hope that if he takes Thailand, then at least I can brush it back, perhaps. Although I would prefer to brush Algeria, or even Panama. There we go. But not Thailand. So, Africa control. Then I guess it's up to the die. Because I'm not killing myself out of this. Oh, come on. How is it possible to end up with 60 movies? Fucking God. Fuck. Absolutely fuck. Well, if he has this now, then it's GG. No, if he had that, he would surely have played it before to get rid of it. Before he started working on Asia, on Africa. I hope. I was worried about Africa, but that went really fast. But just the brush war should have saved me. 16 fucking points in turn 4. How is that even possible? Even by looking at this board state. How is it possible? Well, by looking at this board state, I guess you see Africa and then that's how it's possible. But, man. Please do not have ABM. Oh well, here we go. Yes, of course. Well, at least I get to play the scoring card. Oh my God. Colombia? Yep. But it's my last round, so I get to play it, but it's 2 instead of 4. Oh, awful! I did not think this turn would be so bad. I had a decent hand. CA, of course, gave him all the clues he needed, but, I mean, still. Okay, I get to control that. I get 2 coups, and I get to salt. So this is not too bad. The only thing he gets points from, I think, is Alliance right now, which is just 2 points. So I'll have to deal with the Middle East. Defectors is a threat. Missile envy is a threat. I would really like not to have to headline ABM, but I do. And he's likely not to have defectors, but you know, never know. And then if he headlines Missile Envy, I give him Cuban? Not Shuttle. Shuttle is the space card. Oh, you'd have to be Cuban. I can cancel it. Alright. Where do we go with this? Considering my scoring cards, I'd love to go Panama, but I think I have to try Iran or Egypt. Well, and then I'm in the... I'm in the trap. Well, I get to Egypt or the coup, probably, unless he coups Egypt. No, not Egypt. What am I doing? Sadat and stuff. Hasn't happened yet. I was thinking I shouldn't kill Iran because you can get it later in the game, but Egypt is just such a bad idea. Ah, dear me. Okay, you get Cuban. I don't know if I strictly have to coup. Let's go here at least so that when... So he has to choose between... If he has Sadat, he has to choose between playing Sadat and taking Brazil. Although I guess he wouldn't really play Sadat right away. There's no hurry, maybe. I don't know. Suspects the Middle East. I suppose Liberation could be an AR-7. Might be nice. Alright. If that's the card you choose to play for 2 ops there, I suspect a weak hand. And am I salting? Yeah, I think I probably am. Like to what am I salting for then? ABM brush. Yeah, D-Style isn't really doing it anymore. Yeah, ABM or brush. Probably ABM. But not yet. I do want to take Burma, but I can't. He has way too many points. So, is it going to be Liberation followed by Salt? Or maybe Salt as a headline next turn? Good. So if I Salt now, then... If I Salt... No, then I don't get to queue anyway because of Cuban. If I Salt... If I Salt, it'll have to be an AR7. So then do I play Liberation now? Yeah. Do I want to Salt? Is the question. What's going to happen? He gets to coup Argentina or Egypt with -1, so that's not so bad. Or even Thailand. But again, -1, so unless he's holding a really strong card. And he will have to deal with this. Actually... And then I kind of force him to coup. Because he needs the Milops. Which might not be altogether bad, depending on how well he rolls. But he seems to have a weak hand. Mm. 3 Milops. That'll do it. Yeah, maybe that was bad, I don't know. I get ABM, so I need to get into Africa. Alright, that should... It's a pretty good hand. Alliance is space, everything else is fine. We're still waiting for defectors. So... Cambridge 5. Well, it's very playable for him, but I think apart from UN or Summit, that's what I would have liked him to steal. Or possibly one small step. But I'm not getting any coups here. And he's got central. That is good. That is very good. Oh, but I have to coup, but then I can ABM. Let's use... Ooh, Alliance definitely has to go to space. Oh no, sorry, I can... but I have to space something. It's important. But maybe one small step isn't so crucial. I don't really want to skip past to headline peak anyway, I don't think. Though we did see cranes now, but we haven't seen voice or some of the others, I think. So yeah. I do. Let's coup in Africa. Ah. Oh dear me. Now we can just dump central. That would be the clever thing to do. But he doesn't know I have... Yes, he does. He does know I have a APM. But if he spaces first and gets the 2 points, then I'll use UN for alliance. That is all you need. And I really have to get some points out of Central. Not good enough. But at least I get arms race. But space is more important. And Europe is coming. That is wonderful. But we haven't seen Kennedy, so nothing is guaranteed. Alright. No, I think I'd remember if we had seen Mr. Kennedy. Ooh, okay. Well, that's the last China event, so go ahead. Enjoy that. I will take Mexico. Is that why you're... Actually, I don't need Chet anymore, even though it would be nice to have him in Africa, but not so nice. Let's go with... But then... If he coups, I won't be able to play arms race. But if I do this, I will definitely get Dom. Probably. No. I mean, of course not. He can could realign Mexico. Do all sorts of horrible things. But if he realigns, then I still get arms race. And it might fail. Thought you might. But at least we're rid of it, and all these cards will reshuffle. Fuck! I really need those victory points. And he didn't get to Kennedy Europe, so that's good. It's too bad Europe happens in turn 7. What else did he throw away? Romanian, and we will bury you. Okay. Ooh. And I'm pretty sure it's as an event. Okay. For fuck's sake. It's an event. Egypt, Zaire, Nigeria. How much can I do with the 1 point anyway in AR7? That 1 influence. Not much. But the fact that he knows that I can't do anything is the problem. And then he might go and try and break Italy or something. No, sorry, I can't. It's just 1 BP. But it's so rare that you get to use it. Saw it in my last game, but then it was my opponent who did it. Or the one before that, perhaps. VPs aren't that high anymore. And I've got some dominations. Border state isn't looking terrible. It's got the China card, that's too bad. Early Africa will kill me. But we won't be redrawing many cards. It's about 6 or something. 7. So... try again. I need to do a realign on Algeria, but it's pretty pointless to do with 1 op. Or maybe not, because it would have stopped his control. That probably would have been better, actually. Ugh. Mexico, for sure. And open up Thailand. Yeah. Alright, socialists. And now he definitely has defectors, right? Yep. And... ooh, Muslim is pretty decent. Socialist. I mean, it's a fair amount of good cards. what are the horrible blue cards we haven't seen yet? Not that many. Think, omit, not yes. Junta as well, right? Yep, unfortunately he's holding that. Flower power? Yep. And Europe, of course. It's 5 cards. There should be one more, perhaps. 2 more. 1 more, I think. What's a pack triggered? All of this triggered, and I think he played Vietnam Revolts later. Didn't he? Yes, he did. NATO nuclear test ban. He was Japan. I triggered that. Green War, D-Style special. I mean, yeah, D-Style. No, he played it later as well. Special's coming back. Blockade's been played. Cambridge 5, I just played it. Romanian Independent Reds is gone. Decol. Did that get played again? Yes, it did. Almost, and there's something hiding behind here. Don't recall what that was. I have OAS. Alright. Alliance. No, I spaced that, didn't I? Yes. So, what's the headline? Liberation. I mean, he has defectors, but I know he has defectors. That's one of the worst situations to be in. But I think I'll give socialists a try, because even if it doesn't, I mean, we've got Europe coming, and if it doesn't work, it's not the end of the world. I'm not going to event it during the turn. Or I suppose Romanian, but it doesn't really do anything. He might not necessarily play defectors. If he does, of course, I should play special, but I won't. It's too dangerous. OAS as well. I'm just going to play right into defectors, aren't I? What else would he headline? Oh, Junta is definitely something you would want to headline. Okay, then I think socialists. Yeah, there we go. Socialists might do the trick, seeing as Europe is going to get scored. And now you have no presence. No Kennedy, so you're not getting away with this. All right, Argentina works fine. Now I have an action round, and I feel like I want to. We did remove Truman, didn't we? Yes. I've got a lot of ops. I feel like I kind of want to play into Europe here. He's got the China card. I have Muslims. After that, it's getting thin. And if I'm not getting Europe controlled, then it's not really worth it. But I do know a lot of his cards. He does have flower power as well, so he will definitely win that run for Europe. What I would like to do then is to take back Thailand, I think. I can do that with special because that is just lovely. And let's hope he doesn't have Africa. There's a lot to do on this board. If he doesn't... That socialist was really, really good. Please don't go Mexico. Ah, Portuguese Empire. We haven't seen that. I think. No. That's clearly a Portuguese Empire coming. I don't believe he has Africa. Let's go for Dom here. Because if he had, well, he would still want to defend West Germany, I think. So if he has it, he could still score it now. But now you would definitely score it if you had it. Europe, thank you very much. And I think that's space, probably. Oh, yes. Some good dice. Again, you would probably score South America or Middle East before Europe there as well. Because you know that nothing is going to happen to West Germany. That's a lot of points in a short time. This could be brutal. But thankfully Central and Europe have been played. So no real scorings that he wants to discard. Lone Gunman, of course, would be nice. He's taking a bit too long with this. What? Puppets? But it's a blue card. Granted, it's kind of, sort of, um, outlived its purpose, but not completely, and it's still a blue card. Apart from that, I don't really... Herb Really War, doesn't matter. Actually, Camp David hasn't been played, but I have Israel. Brush War, it's for flower power. Brush War is good to discard anyway, and Summit, I don't care about Summit. Now what do we do? I think we go Muslim before we go... I mean, the problem is, if I realign Algeria first, then he might go into Tunisia from there, and if I go Muslim first, then he'll do the opposite, but then at least I get Egypt. Problem is I can't really... I have to get into Algeria. I guess I could jam it in AR7. Holding this, obviously. So he's holding defectors and Portuguese. Mm? Yeah, thought you might. So then the problem is I can't really go into... I also have to coup, and then he goes into Libya, and then he... Yeah. It's no good. I suppose I could coup Tunisia. It's 4+. No. He would still have had controls. Oh, Cameroon would have been better, I guess, because of... Because of... Otherwise he still has domination after I break Algeria. I'm glad that came out. And then he's gonna... Well, if I do this, then at least he will have to choose between taking Egypt and taking that back. A very well executed turn, if I may say so myself. Felt like it was everything in the right order. Should have had one more coup card, but there's no real way I could have done that. Had to put 2 into Thailand to start off with, and also, if he had known, if he had gone back in the UK, then I'd space that. Okay, alright, not such a bad... But he's still holding defectors. But Iranian can wait. Missile Envy. Yeah, that might be dangerous. What else do we have? This goes to space. Alliance isn't great, but it's hopefully not the end of the world. But it does bring me down below DEFCON. I'm kind of tempted to go with a bad card here. But colonial is too bad. But I don't really have a good headline anyway. It's too likely that he will play defectors. But it's not likely enough that I would want to play a bad card. Alliance is 4 points, so I definitely don't want to give him that right away. I suppose D-Style, because it can actually do something if he lets me do it. No. Hmm. Then, we need to coup, and then that alliance is going to be... I can't let him take back Algeria, so it's going to have to be in Africa. Then he can take it back, but then at least I could realign it. Let's see if he got any scoring cards, because now is the time to play them. Egypt, of course, is also a priority. Well, still a lot of points. Still a lot of points. The board state is slowly starting to look kind of okay. I don't think I run any risk of losing Europe Dom here. This might be a nice realign. Not sure what I would realign with, though. Nah. I would like to keep this, so maybe, or just overprotect Chile. Or I should have gone to Syria perhaps, so that I get Dom when I use Iranian. Hmm. Fuck! Well, this will be one hell of a finish to this turn. It's turned into a fairly good game, fairly exciting, interesting. Instead of the bad luck I had initially. Alright, so that's not a threat. Hmm. Too bad about Iranian. I was looking forward to that Middle East Dom and double terrorism. Hmm. Thought he would mess with... Yeah, no, he wouldn't mess with... That's why I put the last one there in Thailand. But that means I can take this back. Because you have Africa Dom anyway. And it has been scored. Comes the obligatory coup. That is too bad. Because now I have to give you this. He has definitely overprotected West Germany by now. But also, okay. But also Marshall helped. But I definitely have to swing either Africa or South America to have a chance, I think. Here are some victory points. This is a fairly good headline. Also Lone Gunman to see his hand. Could play this later. Could also play Lone Gunman later. No, I think it's important to know. Alright, no coup. Alright, what have we got here? Marine Barracks. Asia. Voice. It's unfortunate. Ladk. We will bury you. Terrorism. Shuttle. And Pershing. And of course, Shuttle and Asia is a deadly combination. Fuck. That's going to get him a lot of points. I have Indo-Pakistani War. That's going to have to be my only hope. Boys, he will probably hold. So the question is, do I want to coup in the head? No, no coup, because obviously Cal. So what do we do with this one measly op? I feel like a coup in Africa is pretty much the only thing we can do. And then let's take back Algeria first. Just worried he will go into Burma, but I don't think he will. He will probably just play shuttle right away. And then I can play into Pakistani War. But if he goes into Burma and I roll a 5 on the war, I'm going to be pissed off. There we go. Here goes nothing. Fuck. 6 fucking points. You did not need that. You really did not need that. Felt like I had a chance before that, but now I seriously doubt it. Got the Iron Lady, that's good. That's probably my least necessary card. Let's event this. Since he hasn't couped yet. Pershing is going to give me a point. We will bury you, he's going to space. Because I think he would like to hold voice. He's going to have to play Marine Barracks. And Ladk. And ideally when I would like to activate the Iron Lady before... Fortunately, all my cards are playable. I will play one small step last, because he might have to space. I think he will space. And then I get 3 points. There we go. Please succeed. Yes. Beautiful. Alright, so I can do this at any time. Now let's give him... Oh, no, hang on. Oh, I know he doesn't have... If he had Star Wars, that would be bad. But I just need to definitely double check he doesn't have Star Wars. Marine Barracks. Asia Scoring, Voice, Latin American Debt, We Will Bury You, Terrorism, Shuttle, and Pershing. So definitely no Star Wars. Then we could trigger this and take Argentina, which kind of makes LADC playable, I guess. Do I want to do this, or do I want to chair first? Because chair could set up a rear line, it could do all sorts of things. Before he plays LADC. But if he plays LADC, yeah, because now I kind of made it safe to play. It's still safe to play because he can just, but yeah. So where exactly do I want to go with chair? Africa only? Because then it doesn't make any sense. Then I might as well, because I'm thinking about going Uruguay. But I don't know. Let's just do this. This hand might make him play the China card, actually. Because you want to hold voice. You can discard, We Will Bury You to LADC, I suppose. Did he? Oh, he spaced Marine Barracks, yeah. Or Pershing. But then you have to play voice. I don't know. I suppose I'd rather have him play it now than in turn 10, of course. Italy, really? He's planning something. He's planning to break Italy with the China card. He could. Let's grab those 2 points. Three points. That does worry me a little bit. I still have Europe Dom, so it's not the end of the world, but it's 2 points there, and it's the only place I'm getting points. But Chair has to do his thing, I think. That could give me African country count. And then he's only got one dom left. Mine is better. But Central is weak as well. It's vulnerable. And he should ideally coup regardless, because it's still a net 1 point if he coups. Again. Okay, let's go for this coup. And this coup. Makes Fidel sleep a little easier at night. Just holding We Will Bury You and Voice. And so he'll definitely play... Oh no, he has to play either the China card or Voice here. Voice isn't bad, there's plenty of targets. That's why he set up Thailand that way. But then I get 2 Milot points, so that's good. Yep. That does hurt. Beautiful. Aldrich and Defectors is no longer a threat, right? No. Colonial is good. Of course. Defectors also good. Sorry, Decol also good. Otherwise I'm gonna have to give him the coup. But if I use Decol, then he plays the China card. But that gives him Asia, and that's probably the win, I imagine. But I can't defend it. Unless I give him the coup. To be fair, well, Middle East would be bad. Egypt is his only good target. So maybe it should be Aldrich now and then... Or Decol now? Five minutes. Decol now, I'll still have to give him the coup, but then at least I've overprotected Thailand, so he can't take it with anything apart from the China card. And then Aldrich. Again, you did not need those points. That lets me defend Thailand, of course. And he is still holding We Will Bury You. AWACS is safe, but it's late in the round. So is Evil Empire. But how do I win this? Is there any way? Right now, nobody gets anything for anything. He doesn't even get anything for Africa. Well, he'll take back South Africa, and that's 1 point. Middle East, nothing. Asia is 1 for him, so he gets 2 points. Right now, and he's on 5, so he will... And I will have to play everything, pretty much. Here we go. We knew that. Quag. ABM, that's too bad. Iran, Iraq war. North Sea oil. Chernobyl. And Glasnost. It's fairly good hand, unfortunately. A lot of ops, very playable, so I think, apart from these two, I think he's got this. Yep. All of this is bad. Chernobyl, possibly the worst, or North Sea oil. Glasnost at least is 2 points for me. IBM is also really, really bad. But Chernobyl can definitely take away points. Or can it? I don't know. He could go Europe, but he couldn't really take... he could probably break my domination. 2.5 minutes. Okay, so next thing is scoring South America. Nothing's going to happen there. Could event this and hope for some real lines in Africa. It could give me Africa Dom theoretically, but not likely. That's 2 points. No dice. Hang on. That's fortunate. I can't really play Formosan, because that would give him Asia Dom. I have to play into Taiwan in that case. So maybe I should just do that before I do anything else. So he played the war. And he can play Quag in his AR7 as well. So he's got 5 cards left. Why? Oh, Chernobyl's gone. It's another 2 points, but it's also an ABM for him. And he rolls very well. Let's play this. Or let's wait, actually. Let's event this, hope for some crazy real lines. But Middle East is his. And it's 4 points, so technically I'm still winning, barely. He's got 1 point here, 1 point from Africa, 1 point on the board. So he's on 7, and I get 7 for this. So it's actually a draw right now. Not the event. Oh, that makes sense. And I have to coup anyway, so let's coup with this. He's not holding. Muslims. I know Sudan, but I wanted to set up the real line there. Any other real lines that make any sense? Not really. Suppose I could just have taken Zaire. That would have been better. Could still do that. And he just played that, so now ABM Quag, and we will bury you, and of course he can just ABM whatever I take in Africa. But he goes for it now. And it's not a success. Hang on, is that the win? But then he gets Africa as well. I mean, if I don't do that, he definitely gets Africa Dom, so then he gets the win anyway. I could space that theoretically, but he could also get a point from space, and he's holding just Quag and ABM now. Sorry, Quag, and we will bury you. Oh, man. I suppose I could go for... He's going to want to play the China card, probably. Could go for country count, like this. So yeah, he's definitely playing the China card. Oh, he could break North Korea. I didn't realise. Oh, 25 seconds left. I don't even have time to go for hero realigns. But is that what I'm doing? Because I won't have time to count. But if he breaks Asia, I have to defend that. So then I have to go North Korea. Yep. Oh, I can't even do that. Fuck. Ah, man. I'm not thinking now. Alright, technically 1 second after timer. I suspect he won't really care. If I'd had more time there, I could have come up with something smarter. So if I had gone... The only thing I had to do, maybe, I don't know, instead of one of these, put one in North Korea. Since I knew he was going to play the China card. And then I could have gone for hero realigns in Africa or take back... I would have had to take back that. And then we would have finished on... but he can break Cuba. So let me think about this for a second. I just want to know if I had a chance there in the very last action rounds. Because, yeah, so he would have broken Cuba regardless. That's another 2 points for him, so probably not. But I should have gone with Cameroon. In fact, if I'd not done that, clearly I should have used AWACS just to take Zaire, not coup. Though I don't recall, maybe I needed the Milops. And then those two were unnecessary. That was to set up the realign and sort of break Africa Dom, which I kind of needed to do as well. This is 6 points instead of 1. So a 5-point swing. If I just put one of those into North Korea, that would have been worth that. because then I get the China card as well. So if Asia is tied, he has 4 points from here. He has 1 point from there. 2 from there, so that's 7. And that's what I have in Europe. And then that's a tie. And then I have the China card. Could that be it? But he had a point, didn't he? When I started that. Oh, I don't remember. Whatever. This started off as a really nice tournament yesterday, and now today it's been a complete disaster. I feel like I could have won this game. But like the others today, it started off with a lot of bad luck, and it takes a long time to get past that. I mean, it was clearly just Africa. Africa did it. The first scoring there, that was awful. And that was well played by him because I did not see it coming. It was really quick with Africa. I was worried about Africa, and I said that. But I thought it would take a while longer for it to get really, really bad. I thought it was weird when he played the China card into Africa, but it definitely paid off. If I'd had some more time here, I might have been able to come up with something in this last turn. But it was hard. His hand was really, really good. Really, really good. And every time in the late war when I felt like I had kind of got some breathing space and I managed to stop him from running away with it, then he did something else and it just went off again, and I was always on the back foot. I just barely managed to get all regions back to 0, apart from Europe where I had domination. And when I did that, I kind of felt pretty good about myself. But yeah. But I wouldn't say I deserved to win this game. Some of the others would have been much closer if the luck had been even a little bit less horrible. This one, the luck was mainly in the first third of the game, which is important, but I feel like if I had played optimally here, I would have won this game. But I didn't. So fair and square. Alright. Well, my rating has plummeted. I've got some ITSL games coming up. Hopefully, I'll do better than this weekend. 3-5 is not my worst record, but it's certainly not good. But I've certainly wasted a lot of bad luck. So, as we all know, there's a sort of finite mix of bad and good luck, and I've used up all my bad luck today, so hopefully I'll do better with maybe something else. How about maybe in real life? Or a different game. Thank you for watching this weekend, and congratulations to whoever won. Is it guaranteed, Henrik? I think it, yeah, probably. So, yeah. Alright, it's been good. See you next time.